All right, guys, let's start today's class. So yesterday we finished primary key and foreign key concepts, right? I hope everything is clear for you so far, right? If you have any doubts, you can ask me.
Divya?
Yes, Sweta.
I have one question.
Yes, please.
In a primary column, data should be unique.
Right.
Primary key column.
Right.
Third point, can you please explain once? It's a bit confusing.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah.
See, third point is in primary key column, wherever we will declare the primary key for any column, in that column, the data should be unique, right? And the next point is in foreign key, the data can be repeated. Wherever we will declare the column as foreign key, in that foreign key column, the data can be repeated. Okay, there is no restriction that we cannot repeat the data in foreign key column. In Excel file, I showed the data also. Do you want me to show that once again?
No.
Yeah. Okay, great. So yeah, before starting anything else, first we need to activate the database, right? To activate the database, what we will write? Anyone?
Use database.
Use database.
Right, perfect. So we need to use and we need to give the database name. That is DURGASOFT. I'm executing this. Our database got activated. Right. Let me actually save this file and let me open a new file. Okay. Whatever I explained, I will from the first class. I use the same file, right? To save the file again, either we can use Control S by using our keyboard, or else we have the symbol here. I can save. So
And do we get these notes and recordings also?
sorry.
Do we get these notes and recordings?
Yes, we will give. We will give from Monday. You will get all the notes. Okay. Till today, our demo classes will finished. Whoever students got registered from Monday, I will forward all the notes. I will forward this what we call SQL workbench notes only, so that you can able to see the queries also with you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I saved this file. Now I will open a new file. In this, I will save this file with the name SQL commands. Today, we are going to cover SQL commands concept. Okay. So SQL commands, right? First, let me show you one picture. So basically, we have 5 types of SQL commands. Okay. SQL commands is also called as subgroups, SQL subgroups. Okay. Basically, we will call it as SQL commands. And the 5 types of the SQL commands are DDL, DML, DCL, TCL, and DQL. DDL in the sense data definition language. Okay. DML in the sense data manipulation language, DCL in the sense data control language, TCL in the sense transaction control language, DQL in the sense data query language. Okay. So basically all the commands which we will use in SQL, they are divided into 5 different groups. Okay. In that each and every type or each and every group, the commands are further divided into few types. Like in DDL commands, all the commands we have are create, drop, alter, truncate, rename. Like that, in the same way, we have few commands in each and every SQL command. Okay, so let's discuss each and every command in detail. Okay, so I will start with the DDL commands now. As I said, SQL commands.
Ma'am, could you please show the image again? Actually, I was just writing.
Okay, no problem. So DDL in the sense data definition language. Create, drop, alter, truncate, and rename commands comes under DDL. Insert, update, and delete command comes under DML. Grant and revoke commands comes under DCL, that is data control language. Commit, rollback, and save point comes under TCL. Sorry, 1 second. Select statement. We used already select statement, right, to display the data. That comes under DQL, data query language.
Yeah, done, ma'am.
Yeah, basically this two, DCL and TCL, are mainly used by SQL admin people. Okay. We developers, we will use DDL, DML, and DQL commands. But still, we will see what is this DCL and DCL commands. What is this each and every command do? We will see detailedly with the queries only, with the queries also. Okay. Now let's see first what is DDL command. So SQL commands are divided into 5 types, right? First is DDL commands, that is data definition language. Okay. And oops. Next, DML commands, that is data manipulation language. Next, DCL, data control language. Okay. Next, TCL, transaction control language. And next we will have DQL. Okay. That is data query language. Now, what is this everything? And we will see each of this type detailing. First, let's see about DDL commands. Okay. So basically DDL commands, what it will do, by using DDL commands, it will explain about the structure of the table. Okay. So sorry, 1 second. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So basically DDL commands, DDL command in the sense, as I said, that is data definition language. Okay. By using DDL commands helps us to create the design of the table. Okay. Basically what it will do, it designs the structure of the table. Okay. For every table, there will be one structure, right? We will create the table by using column names, right? What are DDL commands we have? All that commands will help us to create the design of the table. Okay. It basically what it will do, it will designs the structure of the table. Okay. Let's see each and every command detailing. So what are all the commands comes under DDL? Create, alter,
Create, drop, alter,
drop,
truncate, rename.
truncate, and rename. These are all the commands comes under DDL. So what is create command? We all know, right? We already used create command to create the table, correct? It is used to create the table. We already used create command here previously, right? This is the create command. Create, how we will create the table by using the syntax. Create table name, and inside the brackets, we will give the column name and the data type name, right? So we already discussed about the create command. I mean, how we will use the create command. So here I'm not repeating that. Basically, we will use create command to create the table, right? Next, we have alter, but before alter, let's see what is drop. Okay. Drop command is also comes under DDL. By using drop command, what we will do in the sense, it will help us to remove the complete table from the database. Okay, if we want to remove the complete table from the database, we will use drop command. Drop command helps to remove complete table from database. Okay. The syntax of drop command is drop table name. Simple. Syntax is simple. Basically, why we will use drop command to remove the complete table. That means if you don't want any table, any particular table, if you want to delete the complete table, if you want to remove the complete table, then we will use drop command. Let's see. What are all tables we have? Employees. So let me remove employees one table. Okay. So I don't want employees one table because I already have employees table and I have employees two table. In this employees two table only, I declared the what we call primary key, right? So I'm removing employees one table now. How to do that? Simply, we need to use the drop command. We need to say drop table and I need to give the table name. That's it. Employees two. Employees one, right? Okay, employees one. Now, before dropping the employees one, let's display first employees one table. Let's see the output. Then we will use the drop command. Okay. To display the data, we will use select command, right? We'll use select star from table name. Correct? So I'm just displaying the data first. So we don't have any data here, right? Let me delete the employees table. Okay. As we don't have any data, we created the structure of the table only, employee ID, employee name. And we have only columns, we don't have any rows in it, right? So let's see, let's use employees table. Let's drop the employees table. So for that, what I'm doing, I'm displaying the employees table data. So this is our data, right? Employees table. If I use select statement, if I display the employees table data, this is our data. Now, what I'm going to do, I don't want this employees table. So I want to remove this complete employees table from my database. So to do that, we will use drop command. Okay. And the syntax will be drop table employees, right? So simply I'm selecting this and I'm executing this. At the bottom, you can see the table got dropped. If you can see here also, there is no employees, right? automatically it got refreshed. We have employees 1 and employees 2, but employees table we cannot see here now. It got removed. Now, once again, let me just execute this statement. It will throw us error. It says employees does not exist, right? Because I removed that table. So if we want to remove any table, we will use drop command. Okay. I guess this is clear for you, right?
Divya, why does that red cross symbol come?
Whenever we will get any error, it will show the red cross symbol. If we don't get any error and if our statement executed successfully, it will show the green symbol. Here, why we got the error? Because it is saying I just executed the select statement, right? It is saying you cannot execute because table does not exist. Basically, we will use select statement to display the data, right? But if the table is only not existing, then how it will display the data? That's the reason it throws an error. If whenever we will get an error, it will show the red cross symbol. And the in the error code, it will give the explanation. It is saying that table DURGASOFT.employees doesn't exist. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next, we have alter command. Basically, alter command is used for many ways. Okay, we have many use cases of alter command. Let's see one by one detail. Okay, the first use case is whenever we want to add a column in the existing table. Let me write it first and then I will explain. The first use case is it will help us to in existing table. See, we already created one table. Suppose, for example, I created one table. We have employees 2 table, right? Let me just display that data. Okay, to display the data, of course, we will use select clause. Here I'm using select star from employees 2 and I'm displaying that data. See, we have employees 2 table like this. I have employee ID, employee name, date of joining and salary, right? So I already created one table, but suddenly I want another column in this table. Okay, sometimes whenever we are working in real time also, what happens in the existing column, if client needs to add as a new column, we need to add a column to this already existing table only. So for that purpose, we will use alter command. Okay, here I have employee ID, employee name, date of joining and salary. If I want to add a new column, like something like bonus column, suppose any column we can add. If I want to add a bonus column to this table, I will use alter command. By using alter command only, I will add a column to this existing table. Okay. This is the first use case of alter. Let's see what will be the syntax. Okay. The syntax is again simple. Alter table name. This is the syntax. I'm writing the syntax first. Alter table name. So here what we are doing, we want to add a new column to the table, right? That's the reason we will use add keyword here. Okay. Alter table name, add column name, data type and size. This will be our syntax. Okay. What is our syntax? Alter table name, add column name, data type of size. Basically what we are doing, we are altering the table. Altering in the sense, we are changing the structure of the table, right? Basically alter in the sense changing, correct? So we are altering the table. We are giving for what table we are going to make this changes. So basically we will give the table name here. And what we want to, what kind of change we want to add one column here. So I'm using the add keyword. I will give the new column name. Whatever column I want to add, I will give the column name. And obviously in SQL, whenever we are defining a column name, for that column name, we need to give data type and size, right? That's the reason here I'm defining a new column name now. So after defining a column name, I need to definitely give the data type and size. Okay, let's see one example. Alter table. What we are doing, we want to change employees to table, right? For employees to table, I want on another column. Okay, so what I will do, I will use add. The column name will be bonus. Data type, what I can give bonus will be integer, because in bonus, what we will have, obviously, we will have numerical data only. right? How much bonus we will get, correct? So the data type will be int. If we use character data only, we will use the size, right? So this is how we will use this alter command. I guess you got some idea. Let's execute this.
Here also, ma'am, I can mention primary key, right?
Yes, I will
Okay.
say that later. Okay. We can also, if the existing table, if we want to declare the primary key, we can use alter command to define the primary key as well. Okay. So our table got altered. Let's once again display this data and see. Once again, let me execute the select clause, select statement, select star from employees to. You can see here, I got the bonus column. Since I didn't inserted any data, now the column is empty. That's the reason I got all the nulls here, but we got the bonus column here. Our structure got changed, right? Basically what I said at the starting, DDL commands helps us to, DDL command designs the structure of the table, right? So whatever commands we are using inside the DDL, it will change or it will work on the structure of the table only. If you observe create command, by using create command, what we will do, we will get some structure to the table, right? Basically, we will create a table. That means we are creating some structure to the table, right? Drop command, what we will do, we will remove the table. That means we are removing the complete structure for the table. Alter is also, we are changing the structure of the table. I added one more column here, like that. We will see this too also. So this is the first use case of alter. What is that? If we want to add any new column in the existing table, we will use alter. Is this clear?
How do we add the bonus values now?
We can simply write insert column, insert command, okay? By using insert command.
Only to the specific record or all
Correct,
records?
correct. No, only to the bonus column we can add. I will show you. Okay, first let's complete this alter, all the use cases, then I will show you that.
Sure. Thanks.
So in the same way, if you want to add any column, we can add like this on. Okay. And then the next use case of this alter is we can remove column from the table as well. Okay. Basically, if we want to remove any table, I have now, if I click on employees table, employees 2 table, you can see I have this many columns: employee ID, employee name, date of joining, salary, and bonus. So if I want to remove any column from the existing table, we can use alter. Okay. Let's see the syntax first. Alter table name. Here, previously what we did, we want to add a new column. That's the reason I used add keyword, right? Now what I want to remove the table. So here I will use drop command. This is the reason why I said drop command first, right? Basically what we do, if we, what is the, by using drop command, what we will do, we will remove the complete table, right? That means we will delete or we will remove the complete table by using drop command. Okay. But whenever we use drop command, insert the alter table, it will remove only the column name. Okay. To remove the column, only the column, we will use drop command inside the alter command. This is our syntax. Alter table name, drop column name. Okay. If suppose alter table, I'm using the same table name, drop column. Let me remove this bonus column for now. Okay. I'm just executing this. It got removed. Now let's once again display the data and see. Select start from employees 2. We don't have bonus column here because I removed bonus column. Like this, in real time, there will be some scenarios where we need to add any column, or if needed, we can remove any column also. If we think that column is of no use, or if particularly client needs to remove any column, we need to remove that by using this alter command only. To add the column, we will use inside the alter command, we will use add keyword, alter table, table name, add column name and data type. Okay, to remove the column, what we will do? We will use drop inside the alter command. Alter table, table name, drop column, column name. Okay. Here we are mentioning we want to drop the column. That's the reason we will use column keyword as well. Okay, basically drop command is what it will do. It will remove the complete table, right? If directly we give drop like this first. Here this line states that we want to remove the table. We want to remove entire table. Okay. We need to mention whenever we will use drop command, we need to mention what we need to drop. If we need to drop complete table, we will write drop table, table name. If we want to remove only column, we will write drop column, column name, but we need to write inside the alter command. Okay. Inside alter, we need to mention drop. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Perfect. Now let's see the third use case. Third use case is for changing data types. For changing data types of column, of existing column, I can say. Okay. Existing. See, suppose I already created a table. I given some, data types. Whenever we are creating a table, we will give the data types for the column names, right? If you see here for the employees 2 table in MySQL, whenever we click the table here, we can able to see the data like column name and data types here, right? So we have this many columns. Let me refresh it. So I'm clicking employees 2. We have these columns, employee ID, employee name, date of joining, salary. And I have these data types, integer for employee ID, char of 20 for employee name, date and float data types, right? So after creating any tables, if we want to change the data type, okay, then also we will use alter command. So you may get doubt, right? Why we need to change the data types? Because sometimes it may happen. For example, just imagine first we created one column name. For example, salary is one column. I given int as a data type there. Okay. If what int will do, it will accept only numerical values, right? So if suppose I want to enter any decimal value in that column, I need to use float command only, right? Float data type only. Float data type accepts decimal numbers, right? So in that case, if suppose I come across such situations, what I need to do, I need to change the data type of int to the float, right? Again, I can say yesterday we saw we created course details table, right? In course detail table, there is one column called as duration. Okay, I mentioned duration as integer because duration will be the numerical data only. But suppose the duration will be in the form of months, right? I suppose it is in the form of days. I wrote like 40 days, 45 days, like that. Okay. Suppose I want to take the duration in the form of months. Imagine I want to enter it in the form of 6 months. The duration of my any course will be 6 months. Then at that time, if I enter simply 6, that will be the data will not be correct. I need to mention months also along with the 6, right? At that time, integer won't work. For integer data type, it won't allow character data. So at that time, what I need to do, I need to change the data type from int to the varchar, right? Then only I can enter the data as 6 months or 1 year, like that. So it may come such scenarios we may come across. At that time, we need to use this alter command to change the data types. Again, in this employees 2 table, if you see, I declared first employee name as char of 20, but I realized that my names is by using char, the memory wastage is happening. I want to change the char to the varchar data. Let's change that. Let's change char to varchar for employee name. Okay. So what will be the syntax first of all? So the third use case is changing data types, right? What will be the syntax? Alter table name. Okay. Here, what we need to use? We need to use modify keyword. Okay. All right. For adding any column, we used add keyword. For removing any column, we used drop keyword. And for changing the data type, here the word itself, it is saying changing in the sense we can use modify, right? Modify also something like modifications or changing kind of thing. So we will use the keyword modify. Here we need to write alter table name, modify column name, and of course data type. Right?
Yeah, understand.
I can write it as change. Guys, can you please mute yourself? Ramkoti, please mute yourself. Ramkoti, can you hear me? Can you please mute yourself? Yeah. All right. So this is our syntax. Okay. Basically, to change the data types, what we will do, we will use alter command, alter table name, modify column name. Whenever we are modifying the column or whenever we are defining the column, we will use data type of size. That's okay, Ramkoti, it happens. So modify column name, data type of size. Okay, let's see the example. Alter table employees to. Okay, we need to use modify keyword. We need to use column because we need to say, I want to change the column type. I mean, we are modifying the column only, right? So we need to use the column keyword as well. And then we need to give what column we want to change. Here we are planning to change employee name. And here what we want employee name as data type of varchar. Suppose varchar of 20. Okay. Here I will not use char. We won't say that I want to change from char to varchar. There is no, I mean, there is no need to say we want to change from char to varchar. Simply whatever data type we want, that data type we can mention. Okay. So alter table name, modify column name, whatever new data type we want to give, we can give here directly. Okay. Is that clear, guys? I'm executing this. It got changed. Now let me just refresh this. I'll select employees to. Here you can see beside employee name, we have varchar, right? So is this clear, guys, so far? If you have any confusions or any doubts, you can ask me. We have one more use case of alter, but still. Did you understand about these 3 use cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So now let's see 4th use case. We have 4 use cases for alter command. Okay. So the 4th use case is that if we want to rename the column. Okay. If we want to rename the column name also, we will use alter only. And what is the syntax in the sense? Alter table name. Now we need to use rename keyword because we want to rename only, right? So we need to use rename column old name to new name. That's it. Okay, this will be our syntax. Alter table name, rename column old name to new name. Suppose what employee ID, employee name, date of joining. I used DOJ here, right? Let's write the complete column name. Like let's write it as date of joining completely. So how to do that? Alter table. Table name is employees 2. Okay. Rename column. Old name to new name. What is our old here column? Okay. What is our old name? Old name is DOG.
DOG.
We need to use 2. Then we need to give the
Date of joining.
date of joining. If you remember at the starting, I said whenever we are, giving the table name or column name, no spaces are allowed. Either we can use like this underscore, or we can use like this, capital letters kind of thing. It's our wish, but no spaces are allowed. So let's. No, Ramkot, it is not case sensitive. Basically, SQL is completely case insensitive only. To, as you got that doubt, let me use normal DOF. Let's see. Let's try what will be the answer. Okay. So it is case sensitive here. Sorry for that. Of course, that's the reason we will use like this, right? It won't allow spaces. So it will take the capital letters. It is
No,
case
ma'am, I
sensitive.
think DOJ, it is F.
Oh,
You have written DOF.
did I written DOF?
Yeah, do control
Yes,
Z,
ma'am.
it will.
Yeah, you wrote DOF.
Okay, let's see once. It got affected. All right. Basically, SQL is case insensitive only. It won't take the, but we will just write like this so that we can able to understand the word, complete word. If we write normally, in the sense, it will be like it won't look like a different words, right? That's the reason maybe we will use for each and every, after completing the word, we will use the capital, but basically SQL is insensitive only. So it took DOJ in small letters also, right? Okay, so it got executed. Now let's once again refresh this. You can see here date of joining, right? Basically, these 4 are the use cases of alter command. Okay. So being SQL developers or data analysts, we will use alter command most frequently, because basically what it happens in real time, 90% of the time we won't use create command, because we won't create any tables. We will get the direct, what we call, we will get the direct script, I can say, or direct SQL files where already the tables will be created for us. We need to understand the data first, and we need to start working on the data, right? But we will use alter command, because if we want whatever changes we want to do in that existing table, we will use alter command very frequently. Okay, so alter command is basically, we have 4 use cases. Let me just repeat it quickly. The first use case is if we want to add a new column in the existing table, we will use alter command. So how it will be: alter table name, add, we need to use add keyword here, add column name, data type, of size will be our syntax. So here I added bonus column. Okay, and the second use case is if we want to remove any existing column from the table, here I can write existing column from the table, we will use alter command again. For that, we will use drop keyword, right? Alter table name. Inside alter, we will use drop column name. Correct. Next, the third use case is if we want to change the data types for existing columns, right? Here I changed from char to varchar. Again, the syntax will be like, the syntax will be alter table name, modify. For changing the data types, we need to use modify keyword. Modify column name, data type, of size. Here directly we are using alter table name. We are using the modify keyword. After that, we are saying we want to modify the column, right? That's the reason we need to use column keyword. Sorry, column keyword also. And then directly we need to give whatever column we want to modify, and whatever new data type, whatever data type we want to change, that data type we can give it directly. Okay. The fourth use case is to rename the column name.
You mean to say the column name as well as the data type also we can change at a time?
No, only the data type only. I'm saying for whatever column we want to change the data type. Here we want to change data type for ename column, right?
Okay,
So we need to mention that ename here. We are changing only data type here, but we need to mention for which column name we want to change the data
okay.
type.
What I meant to ask is modify the column name from ename to emp name, for example.
Yeah, I got it. We cannot do that like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So the fourth use case is renaming the column name. See, here we can rename. Here we can do ename to emp name like that by using rename. Okay. Maybe that is your doubt, right? You are saying ename to emp name, right? If we want to do that, we will use alter command only, but in that alter command, we will use this rename keyword because we want to rename our column, right?
I mean to say this, the column name as well as the data type at a time.
No, we cannot do that.
Okay.
Only the
Okay.
data type we can do here. If we want
Okay.
to change the complete rename, if we want to rename the column, we will use rename. At a time, we cannot change the column name and data type.
Okay.
And the fourth use case is renaming the column name, as we saw. Alter table name, rename column, old name to new name. Okay. This is how we will use alter command. Is this clear for you, all of you?
Yeah, clear,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Great. So what is left over? We finished create, drop, and alter. Next comes with truncate. Truncate. Truncate is a command. What we will use here? Truncate will delete the complete data from the table, but it will remain the structure as it is. First, let me write it, then I will explain. Use it to delete complete data from table, but structure remains same. Okay, by using truncate, what we will do, suppose there will be some scenarios that we want to change the complete data. We need the same table name. For example, we have employees 2, right? I want the same columns. I want employee ID, employee name, date of joining, and salary. But I don't want the data inside it. I want to delete the complete data and I want to enter some new data. But I want the same column names. Instead of using drop command, if we use drop command, complete table will got removed, right? If I use drop command, what it will be, the complete table will be removed. Again, I need to create the table. I need to use create table, and again I need to use insert table to insert my new data, right? Instead of that, we have truncate. If we use truncate for this table, what it happens, it delete the complete data. Inside whatever data will have, that one it will delete, but it remains the structure same. That means it remains the same column names, same data types, and if we already declared any primary key or foreign key or composite key for that, it will remains all them as it is, but it just remove the data inside the table. Because I said I want the same column names and I want the same data types. I just want to change my data. I want to change all of my data. I don't want that previous data. I want to remove the data and I want to enter the new data. At that time, I will use truncate. So it will delete the complete data inside the table, but it will keep as it is my column names so that I can directly insert the data into this table now. Okay. If we use drop, what it will happen? It will remove the entire table. Again, we need to use create command to create the table. Again, while creating the table, what we will do, we will give the column names. We need to define data types. If we need to define primary keys, foreign keys, and all. After using create command, we need to insert the data. Okay. Instead of that, if we came with such scenarios that we want the same table, same structure of the table, that means we want the same column names, but I don't want that data. I want some new data. At that time, we will use truncate so that it will delete the data inside it. The column names will be as it is. Clear?
whether it will create the new data or it will.
No, it won't create the data. It will just leave the table as blank. Then we need to use the insert command to enter the data. By
Okay.
using truncate, just we are skipping the create command, that step. If you use drop, we need to drop the table. We need to create and insert, right?
Okay.
Instead of that, if you use truncate, directly we can insert the data. Let's
I
see.
mean, drop column after dropping the table, if I run the select command, I used to get an error. But here I
Correct.
won't get any error, right?
No, we will get error. Here we got, right?
No,
It
here
means that
in
the table
truncate.
does not exist.
No, in truncate also will get
In
an error.
No. In truncate,
No,
we don't
right?
get an error. Whenever
Yeah,
we
that's
use
what it is.
truncate, and after doing truncate, if we give the select statement, it will show us the structure. Let's see now. Let's do it. So for what column I need to do? Course details, employees 1, employees 2. So let's truncate this employees 1 table, okay? In employees 1, first let me just select, okay, we don't have the data inside that, right? So let me use any another, okay, how many tables here? Departments. I'm just activating another database to show you the truncate, okay? I'm activating Divya database. To do that, I will use command, right? Because in DurgaSoft, I have only few tables. I don't want to remove the data from that tables. So I'm using this Divya database. I activated that. So by activating that, what it happens, whatever I will write the SQL statements now, it will execute inside this table, right? I have product table score. Let's see whether I have data inside. So let's start from employees. I'm just displaying the data. I don't have data in this. Employees 1. I have some data in this employees 1 table in Divya database. Okay. If I just display the data, I got 2 rows, right? John, Anthony, something like this. Now let me use truncate for this table. Okay. First of all, let me write the truncate syntax. I didn't wrote syntax for truncate. Is that? The syntax here is very simple. We need to just use the truncate keyword, truncate table name. That's it. Truncate table name. Okay. Now let's use truncate table employees 1, right? See, here in employees 1, we have this data, right? Now I'm using truncate. I'm executing this. Oh, this is a foreign key constraint. Okay, let me delete any another table. See, actually, after explaining this first point, I need to explain the second point. But for now, just okay, let me execute at that time. You can see at the bottom, we got an error saying cannot truncate a table reference in a foreign key constraint. Basically, what it happens, whenever we create a foreign key between the two tables. Yesterday, we created foreign key between course details table and student table, right? Correct? In student table, we defined a foreign key for course ID, right? So whenever we are using truncate for that tables, for the table where we defined a foreign key, we are not supposed to use the truncate to that table directly. That is, we are not supposed to use the, I can say, whenever we are creating a foreign key, let me just open one second, guys. I'll open the Excel file.
Basically, ma'am, the table which already has a foreign key constraint, we can't truncate the table, right?
Yeah, because we need to first truncate the base table. Suppose here we created a foreign key for course ID in the students table, right? So without deleting this course details table, we are not supposed to delete this student details table because we already created a reference between these two tables, right? Suppose this here for these two tables, the course details table will be the parent table, students table will be the child table, right? Because we created a foreign key relationship between these two tables. We took reference of this column by using this column, right? So whenever we want to use truncate for this table, first we need to truncate this table, or first we need to delete this table. Then only we can able to apply truncate for this table. That is our one of the rule, okay? Let's see. First, let's see the output of truncate. Don't get confused. Once again, I will explain that. First, let's see. Yeah, I have some data here. TBL score. I have one table called as TBL score. This is my data. Let's see whether it will work or not. I guess I didn't create a foreign key for this table. See, I'm using truncate for this table now. Truncate table score. Okay, it got truncated. I mean, it got executed. Okay. Now let me once again display the data. See, all my data went away. Previously, we have many rows in it, right? But here, if you see, I have the column names as it is, but the data inside it got deleted, right? Now what I can do, simply I can use the insert command and I can insert my new data into the table score. Clear, guys? This point, I will once again explain you what we need to do when we need to use the truncate on the foreign key. But for this point, is this clear? What is truncate? Truncate in the sense, whenever we use truncate, what it happens? If we want to delete the truncate, will delete the complete data inside the table, but the structure will remains as it is. Okay, here we saw previously, if we display the data from the table score, we have some data inside it. Immediately after I used the truncate table and again I displayed the data. Here all my data got deleted, but the structure is as it is. That means I have all my column names, so that here again I can use insert command, I can insert the new data, right? Clear, guys?
Yeah, clear, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see for table score 2. This is another table. I just executed this select statement. We have data. I have 1 to 6 rows here, right? I have 6 rows of data here. If I use the truncate command to this table, it got executed. Once again, I will just display this table. Now all my 6 rows got deleted. I have the same columns as it is. This is how we will use truncate command. If we want to delete the data, but if you want the same column names, we will use the truncate. Okay. Now, whenever we are using truncate, there will be one rule, that is, for whatever table we are truncating, that table, if we don't declare any foreign key, that is fine. There is no foreign keys in this table score 2. That's why it worked fine. Okay. But suppose if there is any foreign key for this table, I cannot directly use truncate for this table. Okay. Because foreign key, what it will do, we will create a relationship between two tables, right? Without deleting or without using truncate on the first table, we cannot use truncate on the second table because we already created some relationship between two tables, right? We need to remove first table, that is parent table. Then only we can remove child table. This will be our parent table. And this will be our child table. We created relationship between this course ID and this course ID. Here I created foreign key. So whenever for any column in any table, if I created any foreign key, I cannot use truncate directly to this table. To use the truncate for this table, first I need to truncate this data, then only this will works. Okay. If you want to see, I will use the truncate for this table and I will show you the output. Let's do that. Okay. See, now once again, let me activate our database. See, I got our database. we have course details table and students table. Basically, what we did yesterday in students table only, we used foreign key, right? I defined foreign key in students table, right? See, I created course details here first. I inserted the data and I created students table by using the foreign key. What I did here, I used the foreign key to create the relationship between these two tables, that is course details and students. And I took the reference from course details table. That is, I related students table with course table, right? So I need to delete the course details first, then only I can delete the students table. Let's see that. So use DURGASOFT. As I said, if I try to truncate directly, let me just select start from students. Displaying this data. We have some data inside it, right? Now let me just display the data from course details table. Select start from course details. This is a course details table. Okay. Now, if I want to use truncate table to the course detail table, I cannot use it directly. If I want to use the truncate on the students detail table, I cannot use it directly because for students table, I used a foreign key, right? Let's see. Let me use truncate table students. If I execute this, I will get error stating this is the dependent column. Oh God. Now it will also work, right? It already columns. Hello. Okay, close just now. 1 second. Sorry, guys, let's continue this concept tomorrow. Okay. I have another class at 8 o'clock. Admin people are saying me to end this class for now. Is that okay for you?
Sure, ma'am.
Tomorrow
Ma'am,
we
do we
have
have class
class.
tomorrow?
No, actually, we don't have
Meet on
classes on
Monday,
Saturday
right?
and Sunday. We will directly meet on Monday. Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
And with today, our demo classes will get finished. Whoever will get